Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? Keisha. Who you think you are. You're lucky that I don't want revenge. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. You wanted her, so just give me what I deserve. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. Run back to her, cause I got what I want, closure. I might be broken down, but I'm smiling. I keep my head up high, though I fail. Sometimes I get a bit emotional, but then I turn around and let it go. I see you watching me from a distance. I see you can't decide what to feel. But if you dig a little deeper, boy, you know you really wanna get to know me. Let's get this out of the way. I can't wait another day to tell you you shouldn't wait. Don't be so afraid. Yeah, I'm a bit too much, but I'm fun and games. When I'm acting tough, I just wanna play. If you are looking for one hell of a ride, just come and get it. Baby, I'm all yours. Come and get it, 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 come and get it. If you are looking for one hell of a ride, just come and get it. Baby, I'm all yours. Jump on my roller coaster and hold tight. It won't be easy, but it'll be fun. Sometimes it goes the whole way up and down. I think you're ready now to leave the ground. Get in the fast lane, babe, you can make it. I promise I'll be there all the way. And if you get a little broken down, all that you gotta do is keep your head high. Let's get this out of the way. I can't wait another day to tell you you shouldn't wait. Don't be so afraid. Yeah, I'm a bit too much, but I'm fun and games. When I'm acting tough, I just wanna play. If you are looking for one hell of a ride, just come and get it. Baby, I'm all yours. Come and get it, 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 come and get it. If you are looking for one hell of a ride, just come and get it. Baby, I'm all yours. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Baby, I'm all yours. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Come get it. Yeah, I'm a bit too much, but I'm fun and games. When I'm acting tough, I just wanna play. If you are looking for one hell of a ride, just come and get it. Baby, I'm all yours. Come and get it, 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 come and get it. If you are looking for one hell of a ride, just come and get it. Baby, I'm all yours. Want your kisses in the morning light. Wanna be next to you every night. No, I shouldn't love you, but I might. Cause your lips, they taste like cherry wine. You're no good for me. We're so bittersweet, but I still want you. I do. Baby, can't you see what you do to me? I just can't resist you. You got me drunk in love, I can't sleep. I need to sober up from this dream. But I can't deny, I can't deny you. I can't deny, sober up from this dream, but I can't deny, I can't deny you. I can't deny, I can't deny you.
I need new flavor, reason to throw my game, not really why I came. Oh, do me a favor, pour me another glass, pour hearts that never last. Oh, take me, I'm a wild one, getting bored out looking for attention. I'm not looking to meet new friends. No, I've been looking for a lover instead, for someone I appreciate, and everything crossed my way. I love that I don't know your name. Oh no, I never meant to misbehave. Something about you makes me crave. You really are a different taste. I love that I don't know your name. Sunrise is dancing up on the rooftop bar. Don't really need to talk. I'm reading the silence. I think it's pretty clear. I'm always so sincere. Oh, take me. I'm a wild one, getting bored out looking for attention. I'm not looking to meet new friends. No, I've been looking for a lover instead, for someone I appreciate, and everything crossed my way. I love that I don't know your name. Oh no, I never meant to misbehave. Something about you makes me crave. You really are a different taste. I love that I don't know your name. Oh, save me. I'm a good one, getting worn out, need a fixation. I'm so ready for new mistakes. No, I've been looking for a lover instead, for someone I appreciate, and everything crossed my way. I love that I don't know your name. Oh no, I never meant to misbehave. Something about you makes me crave. You really are a different taste. I love that I don't know your name.
I know you have questions, I don't have answers. Clearly no manners, baby. I know you want it better, putting on the pressure. 'Cause pressure's gonna get the very best of me. I give a little something, doesn't come for free. Oh, I know you have questions, baby. Even if I try and try too hard, nothing's ever enough. Even if I try and try too hard, tell me what to do, say anything, yeah. Dive deeper, dive deeper, yeah. Dive deeper, dive with me, yeah. I know we could fly if we just try. If we just try. So come on, baby, dive deeper, dive deeper, yeah. Dive deeper, dive with me, yeah. I know we could fly if we just try, baby. Try, try, try. You find it try too hard. Tell me what to do, say anything, yeah. Dive deeper, dive deeper, yeah. Dive deeper, dive with me, yeah. I know we could fly if we just tried. If we just tried. So come on, baby, dive deeper, dive deeper, yeah. Dive deeper, dive with me, yeah. I know we could fly if we just try, baby, try. We can do better, baby, I believe. Come a little closer, we can dive in deep. We can do it better, baby, I believe. I believe. Even if I try so hard, nothing's ever enough. Even if I try so hard. Tell me what you do now. Dive deeper, dive deeper, yeah. Dive deeper, dive with me, yeah. I know we could fly if we just try. If we just try. So come on, baby, dive deeper, dive deeper, yeah. Dive deeper, dive with me, yeah. I know we could fly if we just try, baby, try. Know what I got, know what I want. Boy, don't get me wrong, sure we're having fun, but it don't mean that I'm in love. I like you a lot, but you gotta step up. I'm through trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon, and you know just what to do. Don't you? Boy, just be honest. I know you want it. Put some work into it, cause you know that I'm hard to love. It won't be easy, so don't be lazy. Just give it to me, cause you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm not being mean, I'm just being me. I don't make it easy, but I'm worth a while. All that I ask is for you to please my every need, to put in the time. I'm through trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon, and you know just what to do. Don't you? Boy, just be honest. I know you want it. Put some work into it, cause you know that I'm hard to love. It won't be easy, so don't be lazy. Just give it to me, cause you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm through trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon, and you know just what to do. Don't you? Boy, just be honest. I know you want it. Put some work into it, cause you know that I'm hard to love. It won't be easy, so don't be lazy. Just give it to me, cause you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Want it easy, want it badly. but I can get what I want. Too much pressure, too much pleasure, but not much to rely on. Your love ain't free, it's killing me. I want it to end all, 'cause I've been trying, I've been waiting for so long. I'm waiting, 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 waiting. Waiting, 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 waiting. It's hard to do and it hurts to say, but if you love something, let it go. Tomorrow comes, it's another day. So if you love something, let it go. If you love something, let it go. If you love something, let it go. It's hard to do and it hurts to say, but if you love something, let it go. Tomorrow comes, it's another day. So if you love something, let it go. No, 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 I don't mind you asking why I let it go. It's just way too much for my heartbeat, so I'm laying low. Yes, I could rethink what I'm thinking if I had control, but I don't, so don't you be asking why I love you so. Your love ain't free, it's killing me. I want it to end all, 'cause I've been trying, I've been waiting for so long. I'm waiting, 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 waiting. Waiting, 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 waiting. It's hard to do and it hurts to say, but if you love something, let it go. Tomorrow comes, it's another day. So if you love something, let it go. If you love something, let it go. If you love something, let it go. It's hard to do and it hurts to say, but if you love something, let it go. Tomorrow comes, it's another day. So if you love something, let it go.
I try to fix it. I try to picture someone else but you. But then you kissed me, and now there's nothing else I wanna do. For the record, I never thought it would be you and me. You said tomorrow, let's see what happens, but it's plain to see. And tonight we're like fire and ice. I'm burning all over, and we're starting to rise. be a weekend lover. Yeah, I'ma be the best damn lover you got. I wanna mess up your covers. I don't wanna meet your mother. Never ever ask me how I've been. Remember why you have my number. I'm the best thing that has ever happened to you. Here's your time to shine. Now show me what you can do. The way my hands feel on your body, the way we're dancing in the dark. With every move I make, you're falling. The way my lips feel on your body, the way we're moving in the dark. With every breath we take, you're falling. I ain't got no time for romance, but baby I don't want to lead you on. Not looking for something steady, not ready for that. I'm the best thing that has ever happened to you. Here's your time to shine. Now show me what you can do. Make a move. The way my hands feel on your body, the way we're dancing in the dark. With every move I make, you're falling. The way my lips feel on your body, the way we're moving in the dark. With every breath we take, you're falling. Every breath that we're taking, with every step you're falling in love. With every move that I'm making, every breath that we're taking, with every step you're falling in love. With every move that I'm making, I'm the best thing that has ever happened to you. Here's your time to shine. Now show me what you can do. Make a move. The way my hands feel on your body, the way we're dancing in the dark. With every move I make, you're falling. The way my lips feel on your body, the way we're moving in the dark. With every breath we take, you're falling. Every breath that we're taking, with every step you're falling in love. With every move that I'm making, every breath that we're taking, with every step you're falling in love. With every move that I'm making,
Let me level with you. Let me be in your crew. I just wanna be free. Be with people like me. I'm so not in the mood to be broken and blue. I just wanna go dance. Baby, find me some romance. I don't wanna talk tonight. I don't wanna waste another night. I just wanna hit the floor. Maybe somewhere I haven't been before. I don't wanna kill the vibe. I don't wanna feel it if it don't feel right. I just wanna break the ice. There's so much more to life than tears. There's so much more to life than fears. All I want is a night off. All I need is a night off. All I want is a night off. Ooh. Take it away, take it away, take it away. Do it my way, do it my way, do it my way. Free from the pain, free from the pain, free from the pain. A night off, a night off. I could use a new friend. I don't wanna pretend. You just get who I am. Almost feel like we're fam. Think it's time that we try something money can't buy. You and me should go dance. Maybe find us some romance. I don't wanna talk tonight. I don't wanna waste another night. I just wanna hit the floor. Maybe somewhere I haven't been before. I don't wanna kill the vibe. I don't wanna feel it if it don't feel right. I just wanna break the ice. There's so much more to life than tears. There's so much more to life than fears. All I more to life than tears. There's so much more to life than fears. All I want is a night off. All I need is a night off. All I want is a night off. Ooh. Take it away, take it away, take it away. Do it my way, do it my way, do it my way. Free from the pain, free from the pain, free from the pain. A night off, a night off.
I know the reason why we chose to say goodbye, but I can't help my feelings. Right now, I can't deny you never left my mind, and now my heart is bleeding. Why did I have to break it up? Guess I was just a young girl living in a dream world. By my side, telling me about your secrets. I dream and fantasize that I come by your house, telling you about my regrets. Why did I have to break it up? Guess I was way too shallow, my mind was way too narrow. I thought that I'd be better off, but now I pay the price. I do. I don't know how to forget you. I can't forget you. You're always on my mind. I do the things that I should do, so I can't forget, but you're always on my mind. Thought you'd be gone by tomorrow, but you're still there tomorrow, and the next day, the next day. I wish I wouldn't remember how you make me feel better in the best ways, the best ways. I know why we say goodbye, but can we turn that bye into hello? I know how to love you now. No matter what I do, I can't let go. I don't know how to forget you. I can't forget you. You're always on my mind. I do the things that I should do, so I can't forget, but you're always on my mind. Thought you'd be gone by tomorrow, but you're still there tomorrow, and the next day, the next day. I wish I wouldn't remember how you make me feel better in the best ways, the best ways.
La grande disponibilità che si ha dimostrato, voglio ringraziare tutti gli sponsor, voglio ringraziare tutti i volontari, voglio ringraziare.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out of my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain
everybody. Also from my side, thank you and welcome to Padova. Thank you to the city of Padova, to the city of Ellwood that will host us in this week on really great infrastructure. Isn't it great to be here? Come on. Thank you also to DJs and the special section Flying Disc for supporting us and the local organization. The whole ultimate community in Padova is behind this event. In first, Manuel, you are somewhere hidden. A big applause over there, Manuel, and really all the volunteers from Padova that put so much effort and love to make this happen. Thank you. Thanks also to the US partner, to ULTI.TV. We'll have a great show today and also during the week broadcasted for free. So thank you ULTI.TV for being here. And also this event wouldn't be possible without the other sponsors that we have, the Greatest Bag, Tokai, Eurodisc and Force Ultimate. If you want during the week, go and check out the merchandise shop and maybe you find some nice memory to bring home. And in this sense, there is one thing that is still missing to make a great event and memorable one. It's you, the player. You are here because you are the best player of Ultimate in your nation. It's a great honor, but of course a big responsibility. We know how difficult it is to play at your top level physically, but then keep a good mind and take always the right decision and show the highest skill. So, in this sense, make your nation proud of you, show your best game and the highest spirit, and enjoy the tournament. And now I can officially declare the edition 2023 of the European Youth Ultimate Championship U20 open. Grazie e ciao.
No matter how deep it goes, with my head underwater.
Freezing outside, a little bit high on the feeling. Can't seem to focus. In the corner of my best friend's sofa, you were getting buzzed on rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty up from the minute that I met you. to get your attention. You make me nervous. In the corner of my best friend's sofa, you were getting by some rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty ugly from the minute that I met you. Met the other night, but I can't get you off my mind. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty ugly from the minute that I met you.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that help to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
What a grab! Oh my! Somehow they do it!
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Don't want to miss anything?
So loads of tournaments happening, which you can attend either as a player or a spectator. You can find them on ULTI.TV, link in the description.
Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me?
group of ultimate players, coaches, and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that help to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
What a grab! Oh my! Somehow they do it!
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Don't want to miss anything?
There are loads of tournaments happening, which you can attend either as a player or a spectator. You can find them on ULTI.TV, link in the description.
Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me?
We're a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that help to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
What a grab! Oh my! Somehow they do it!
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Don't want to miss anything?
There are loads of tournaments happening, which you can attend either as a player or a spectator. You can find them on ULTI.TV, link in the description.
Bichon picks up, and they've got a short field. They've got another goal. It's tied up at 12. I cannot believe what I'm seeing
Can
here.
Lola Dam chase that one down? That is a score for Harslinger Elferkel. Fantastic run by Julia Lutz.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge.
And we believe that that requires knocking down the paywall.
We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch, and we want them to go viral.
When you become a member, you enable us to improve our working relationships with tournament organisers, events and federations.
And you'll help us to produce live stories for Ultimate fans, and to generate new fans with our enhanced content.
We are a group of Ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts, and we want to bring you coverage on a more consistent basis. We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Ciao ragazzi, support the community.
Let's subscribe ULTI.TV. There's lots of the videos, posting, everything. Check it out. They are the best one. Woo! If you want to grow Ultimate Sports, become a member of ULTI.TV.
Regardez ULTI.TV. Deviens un membre d'ULTI.TV et fais grandir ta communauté.
Stop ULTI.TV. Dale eroginkime Ultimate Vendromene.
Si quieres ayudar a ULTI.TV, puedes ser miembro de ULTI.TV.
Everyone, follow ULTI.TV on Instagram, on YouTube. They've got everything.
Best content.
Like their pictures if you love Frisbee. Just do it.
We're counting on you.
Bli medlem på ULTI.TV.
Became member
of ULTI.TV.
Mamma mia.
Contribue au développement d'Ultimate avec ULTI.TV.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
We want to grow Ultimate.
We want to grow Ultimate. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We have our signature style 2-camera setup,
with thousands of hours of experience.
And our crew is globally dispersed to facilitate coverage everywhere around the world. We can also scale back our broadcast with just one elevated camera, or scale up with 2 fields, 2 cameras, and 2 commentators on each.
We work with local teams and we all have the same mission, to grow the sport and bring it to new people by providing live coverage and news stories.
Become a member today on our Patreon page.
And fund our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories, ideas and live coverage to the eyes of the ultimate world and beyond.
Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member
and fund our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the ultimate world and beyond.
We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that help to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
What a grab! Oh my! Somehow they do it!
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Don't want to miss anything?
There are loads of tournaments happening, which you can attend either as a player or a spectator. You can find them on ULTI.TV, link in the description.
Bichon picks up, and they've got a short field. They've got another goal. It's tied up at 12. I cannot believe what I'm seeing
Can
here.
Lola Dam chase that one down? That is a score for Hartlinger Elverkel. Fantastic run by Julia Love.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge.
And we believe that that requires knocking down the paywall.
We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch, and we want them to go viral.
When you become a member, you enable us to improve our working relationships with tournament organisers, events and federations.
And you'll help us to produce live stories for Ultimate fans, and to generate new fans with our enhanced content.
We are a group of Ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts, and we want to bring you coverage on a more consistent basis. We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Ciao ragazzi, support the community.
Let's subscribe ULTI.TV. There's lots of the videos, posting, everything. Check it out. They are the best one. Woo!
If you want to grow Ultimate Sports, become a member of ULTI.TV.
Regardez ULTI.TV. Deviens membre d'ULTI.TV et fais grandir ta communauté.
Top ULTI.TV, dale eroginkime, Ultimate Vendromene. Si quieres ayudar a ULTI.TV, puedes ser miembro de ULTI.TV.
Everyone, follow ULTI.TV on Instagram, on YouTube. They've got everything.
Best content.
Like their pictures if you love Frisbee. Just do it.
We're counting on you.
Bli medlem på ULTI.TV.
Became member
of ULTI.TV.
Mamma mia.
Contribue au développement d'Ultimate avec ULTI.TV.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
We want to grow Ultimate.
we want to grow Ultimate. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We have our signature style 2-camera setup,
With thousands of hours of experience,
and our crew is globally dispersed to facilitate coverage everywhere around the world. We can also scale back our broadcast with just one elevated camera, or scale up with 2 fields, 2 cameras, and 2 commentators on each.
we work with local teams and we all have the same mission, to grow the sport and bring it to new people by providing live coverage and news stories.
Become a member today on our Patreon page.
And fund our work to cover more events in the future, and to bring more stories, ideas and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel
Number 13, Emma Padova.
Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. You're so much deeper when you quit playing charades.
about your eyes when you feel safe. But you keep running away. Owe it to yourself to dare. Just try to open up and show someone you care. You might not be intentional, but you seem scared. Just try to open up and let it lead somewhere. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. There's something juvenile about your pretty face, but it seems so hard for you to know when you need space. I hope you find your peace and that you get a taste with yourself. Oh, yeah. Let yourself unfold. Yeah. Let yourself unfold. Owe it to yourself to dare. Just try to open up and show someone you care. It might not be intentional, but you seem scared. Just try to open up and let it lead somewhere. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Open up, just spread your wings and jump to rise, not fall. You flying higher. You jump to fly, higher. Open up, just spread your wings and jump to rise, not fall. You flying higher. You jump to fly, higher. Standing on the edge while you're looking down. Fly down on the ground just to find out. You fly so fly, don't ya? Keep riding skies, won't ya? Standing on the edge while you're looking down. Fly down on the ground just to find out. You fly so fly, don't ya? Keep riding skies. To yourself to dare. Just try to open up and show someone you care. It might not be intentional, but you seem scared. Just try to open up and let it lead somewhere. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love.
Inizio del primo match, Repubblica Ceca, Nazionale Italiana. Siamo quasi pronti, quindi per iniziare.
Needing that crazy, and I gotta let it go. So baby, put the record on. Am I gonna need that song? Hit it. Come with me. I'm gonna get this party lit. Come with me. Let's do something we'll regret.
Come with me. I'm gonna get this party lit. Come with me. Let's do something we'll regret.
'Cause I've been feeling that crazy, and I need to lose control. So baby, put the record on. Baby, put the record on. Hit it. And I've been needing that crazy, and I gotta let it go. So baby, put the record on. Am I gonna need that song? Hit it.
enough to waste every bit of ice. I can hear your thoughts loud and clear. You don't need to say a thing, my dear. Pretend that I'm not here. All I seek is some.
Good evening and welcome to Padova. Here before us is the European Youth Ultimate Championships in Padova, as mentioned. I'm Stefan Rapazzo. I'm here with Christina Obermeyer, and we're very excited to kick things off here. Women's division, under 20s. We've got the Czech Republic taking on the host country, the Italians. Christina, what do you like about this game?
Everything. I'm super excited. We discussed briefly that for these young athletes, it must be like an event of a lifetime. Some of them have a lot of experience, and for some of them it's their first time at a championship like this, and I'm really excited to see what they can do and to see what happens. It's going to be an exciting week.
Yeah, it's this is just the beginning here, an 8-day tournament. Or a week long, Saturday to Saturday. And these two teams, I guess they've got some familiarity. Last time there was a juniors championship, it was the joint juniors, of course, and the Czech women and the Italians faced off in the quarterfinals. The Italians got through that one on their way. They lost the next round to the French, and we're not going to go through the whole history there, but this is a quarterfinal repeat, an elimination game repeat from those last championships way back in 2022, just last year. A little bit of catch-up after the pandemic years to make sure the juniors could get fit in, hence the joint. And we're back now, so Christina, we've got action all week long. We've got 3 divisions, and we're starting here in the women's division.
Yeah, it's really exciting because it's a round robin to start. So we have 7 teams here, and everyone will play everyone early to kind of get started, and then we go into, I think, power pool, pre-semis already, and then we'll go into bracket play. It's not a load of games, which means every game counts a little bit more, but also with a big round robin of 7 teams playing each other, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, and every game really counts. That's particularly for the top 2. 2 teams will get buys through the pre-semis. Then you'll have 3 versus 6 and 4 versus 5 to get in to play those top rested seeds. So it is a long tournament, but short format. There's going to be one streamed field every day, 1 VO field every day. You'll get to see a lot of the action. Not all of it. We're not quite there yet, but it's coming soon. And with your help, your continued help will help to get there sooner. Of course, by that, I mean liking and subscribing. And, of course, if you find it within yourself, parents of these wonderful youth and friends and family, get on to ULTI.TV and join our Patreon patron program. Become a patron of it and help us bring you more of this incredible ultimate. Of course, this venue, what do you think about this place, Christina?
It's amazing. So we're here today at the stadium field, and then we move to the sports grounds right outside Padova for the rest of the week, and then the final will be back in the stadium, and I just love the feel of it. You can see it here, the Italians all supporting their women's side, and everyone can watch and has a very good view of the game and of everything that happens. See a church in the background. We're in the middle of the city. Padova is a beautiful city, has a lot of ancient history, or old history. I didn't want to make it sound really bad, but like old history we can watch. And yeah, it's a great place. We also had the spring invite here earlier in the season, so we already know the organization is on top of their game, and just, yeah, really excited. Can you hear it?
This stadium, 99 years old.
Wow.
Stadio Silvio Appiani. If you look around the back walls, you can see some of the great football players of this nation that have been here. Albertini, Di Livio, Del Piero, some of the greats of Italian football played here, and it just makes it that much more special for these young ultimate players, both the Czechs and maybe a bit more special for the Italians playing on home turf. Some of them right from here in Padova, but of course, as with all the national teams now, very good spread across the country to kind of consolidate the talent that is now coming up in the youth ranks all over Europe. It is exciting. You can hear the crowd start stomping their feet. Christina, we got 2 minutes till opening pull. And I'm more excited for this game of Frisbee than I am to eat in Padova, which that says a lot.
It does. If you don't know how much it means, go check out Steph's food blog.
You bet. Steph Pazzo Must Eat coming to YouTube with full exposure soon, but for now in its infancy stages. But it's coming at you. We got lots in the editing room.
Oh, and there's an Italian cookbook that you made?
Oh, yes, of course, that as well. We can put all the promos out. Mama's Italian Classics. Go get it on Amazon or any of the good book distributors of the world. It's there. Steph Rapazzo, and you'll find what you're looking for. You'll be nice and well fed like me. So, 1 minute to go till opening pull. European Youth Ultimate Championships here from Padova, the city that just sits north inland from the famous Venezia. And it is a town with a great history, a town with a beautiful center. As Christina mentioned, the opening ceremonies walked their way right through town, in fact. So the player parade started in one of the central squares and walked through, as Christina mentioned, the churches around us. Vieroma is where they went through, the plaza just next to us. And this really is just, I can't imagine what's going through these young athletes' minds, all under 20, having this much hype behind a tournament, opening day, playing right after the ceremony in front of a ancient, storied stadium. It is gonna be a good one, and of course, a little bit of rivalry there as the Czechs eliminated last time around by these Italians.
Yeah, that women's division last year in Poland at JJUC, it was a mess. There was so many tight games. Czech Republic nearly beat Canada. So nearly beat a semi-finalist before that, and then they had that devastating game against Italy where Italy came out firing just maybe the better, more composed team. And the Czechs went down, but they were just up there with all the other semi-finalists.
Yeah, not much to cut the difference between these teams. I find it very interesting that the Italians are remaining in the opposing end zone while the Czechs are trying to get sorted. Italians haven't moved, even though they will be starting the game from the other side of the field. Little mental games, perhaps, to start things off, or just blissful ignorance. Who's to know, who's to say? But we'll notice, we'll let you know everything we tend to notice from the best seats in the house here from Padova, looking back to this glorious stadium grandstand. So just waiting for the official whistle here. The Czechs have their 7 on the line. They are ready with the team in unison. Left knee down, attention.
I love these things, and you have to teach that early in the youth scene already, that you're a whole team, no matter who's on the line. And with things like that, you can keep your team together because you stand as one unit, but those 7, you trust them.
And I'm just thinking more about this Czech-Italian rivalry. They just did battle last week in EUC for the bronze medal. in Limerick, and it was the Czech women's program that came out on top over there. Of course, I just came from the disc-in camp. Some of the famous coaches from around the world there, Valeria Cardenas, most specifically, and one athlete that went there specifically to be coached by Valeria Cardenas was Kristina Slusta, the young Czech sensation herself, who, as we look up and down these Czech rosters, we notice her as a hero to many of these young Czech athletes.
And why wouldn't she be? She played in last year's World Championship, the Joint Junior Ultimate Championship, with the Czech side. So she's also a very close hero, right? Because some of these players on the field have been teammates and showing the support and having a role model that is so close to you. So great thing to have.
Yeah, it must feel real nice watching the best perform on the big stage and then come to training with you or near you or play a pickup game against you. Well, now it's their turn to become the heroes. They're on the stage. The fans are ready. They're going to put a hole through the seats here at Silvio Appiani Stadium. And it looks like the Italians will be pulling the Czechs, ready to receive, waiting for an official whistle. They're looking to this sideline. We should be looking to the other sideline. We've got a volunteer, but I think it's time to go.
We're just gonna take control of this and say, let's go.
And the game is underway. Pull lands just out of bounds, and the Czechs will come pick it up. Padova will be the first touch of this game. Padova. Floats one dangerously, but that one down to Czechova. Zalushka. Czechs moving it around. Shvetsova went backwards again to Hadova, and then the big gainer puts the hammer. No problem there. Blashkova back too far, and the Italians with a short field and a break chance. Picked up quick, Giovannini, and then Pironi. Giovannini inside. Corradini. Ooh, floats one. Bit too much. Padova with the run through. Tips it away. The deep shot was on, but put away. Continued there. Zalushka gets it through. Now into the hands of Doležalova. Padova gives and gets. Now straight back to Shvetsova. Shvetsova, nice dump to Zalushka into the end zone, and the Czechs are on the board. Big spike from Hadova.
A hold for the Czechs to start this game. I love the idea of starting with a zone already. Let him think a little bit about what to do, and it worked out really well. They had a miscommunication and got it back as well. On that, thought it is a bit of a floater.
What a great D by
Hadova
there.
Yeah, she puts that away, and then you can see her off to the races trying to get a deep shot right away as well, maybe bookends, but not quite there. Anyone that can throw it. So they'll work it up the field nice and calmly.
Let's see what the Italians can do, putting their O-line on the field for the first time. They did get a chance there, but unable to convert, as you have another look at the scorers. Padova from Zalushka.
Zalushka also part of East Block. I think Padova is as well. That team that has gotten through that European club circle, really, and he's really impressed us this season.
There's been a lot that have been able to impress. It's a wonderful season thus far. Every new point, I just can't wait. Here we are. My waiting is appeased to, and we're underway. Grossi throws towards that far sideline. Amati gets the gainer. Amati was on her bike there looking for another gainer, but it remains in the hands of the initiator. Now it's Villa. Looks to dump, gets away with it. Brugnoli. Upfield, ooh, the bid came, but just a bit too late. Bisceglia gets it up line. Villa. And a clean hold for the Italians as Bisceglia continues the upline. They used that far sideline pretty well, didn't they?
They did. They were only moving on that far side, as you mentioned, like 10 to 15 meters and going up line after up line. He had a layout bid and also a close attempt of defense, another one. But it didn't matter that those shots were just a little better from the Italians, and especially that last throw into the end zone was perfect. Just put it on the platter, just had to run it down. And I want to highlight Amati, who I think has a sister as well. Both of them played last year, and the younger still ready here, still young enough to play.
Here's another look at the finishing touches on that one. Bisceglia showed a little bit of speed twice in that point. I'm going to be keeping my eye on her so far. A good opening sequence. So 2 holds. The Italians did it clean.
Does that count for anything?
Not really,
no.
But it counts for me mentioning it.
Yeah, of course. I didn't want to put you down. I'm just saying, like, however you do it, that works.
A holds, a holds, a holds. As we see again, the scoring pair there. Bisceglia from Villa. And the Italians ready to pull. Here comes the pull, and that one will land in as the Czechs pick up.
It's a good length as well.
Shvetsova. Padova winds up, and she already seems like a big threat against the Italian. Czechova launches it, the chase, not quite enough. The 32 shirt of Blashkova just couldn't get their throw, not on.
Yeah, I mean, that throw was trailing towards the far side and down and wasn't catchable, really.
So the Czech O-line with their second turnover, but the Italian D-line give it right back, and that one in a very dangerous spot.
That's the idea of Huck and Hope. Huck and D. Playing defense and getting it back on a reset.
One throw, not quite yet. Shvetsova to Padova, and the Czechs do get it in. Another turn, but doesn't matter. They score again.
They got a very good field position off of that turn, as the Italians couldn't quite connect on that reset. And Padova, with the isolation, she didn't have a lot of space in the beginning, and I thought, oh, maybe she's just going to do one cut and then go back again. But she, with that cut back, she opened up more space, or better space to be hit for that quick score.
So Dominika Padova 2, Italy 1. We can't really spell it out quite like that, but she does have both the first goals for the Czechs in this game. She's got a block to go with it. Her stat line for 3 points in, having 3 stats, not too bad.
Not bad at all.
Galli, the coach of the Italian under-20 women, just fresh off his tour as coach of the Italian open age men, or open division at EUC.
Senior
Open. So he's working double duty for sure, coaching 2 teams in 2 totally different divisions and age groups.
Yeah, I think
with only 2 weeks between.
Yeah, you couldn't go more different, but that's really impressive. The Italian Open team didn't do bad either.
They were 1 away from a medal as well. They got 4th place. Did quite well. Had probably the best game against the Belgians anyone put up, to be honest. But here we are. This is under 20s. This is where it's at. Villa and her Italian compatriots try and hold clean once more as Grossi looks backwards. Pancotti. Of course, the younger sister of Gaia Pancotti. Pivetta goes backwards. And it's Grossi to Villa. Oh, the Czechs put on a zone as one player tumbles there. That's Stupkova, but she's back up. No harm done. Grossi from Pancotti. Now into the middle. Ooh, just held on to by Villa. She puts her foot back and then throws backwards too. Grossi looking at this Czech zone to Pancotti. Grossi, nice swiping fake. Villa. Grossi. Czech zone, doing a pretty good job here.
Yeah, while you don't seem pressured, the Czech zone does exactly what they want to,
And
taking too many passes. And
there's the result, Rende, but given straight back. And very lucky for the Italians to get that one back is Pancotti. Now, ooh, that one in the middle, and a speculator caught there by Rende, and she needed to make up for the last turnover and just barely did it, so hopefully her head's right back where it needs to be. A lot of nerves in these early opening moments as Pivetta looks upfield. Grossi to Pivetta. And Grossi again gets the gainer, only just towards that end zone. Biscella cashes in the goal, and the Italians hold in that dirty manner, giving up one turn, but getting it back as quick as possible.
yeah, same look in that, or like same drawn up the same way. I'm sorry for that. Drawn up the same way as the Czech Republic. So getting a bit of a miscommunication there, and then getting it right back to continue to score a point. And I actually love that Czech zone because I already mentioned they stopped what the Italians were doing without really putting pressure on them, which gives you the feel of, hey, I can do anything I want. It doesn't matter. I can just put up any throws. And then at the right moment, you get a little careless, and then someone just, is there for a D or doesn't expect that throw that you wanted to put up. And that's what happened on the Italian side. But they got it back and they got the score. Also, they managed to attack the middle a bit more at the end, which also was which was the right thing to do, and was maybe where a hole was created later on the point.
Taking that middle section a little bit more aggressive as the point went on. We see the run across there. There's an interesting hat on the sideline that was just on the field on Villa's head, and it's changed heads now, so we'll keep an eye on what that hat's doing. But here, the Czechs come. Padova. Ooh, throws backwards, bit of a speculator, gets it straight back from the hands of Svetsova. Svetsova, Padova, and back to Havlova. Padova really working this offensive line for the Czechs. Now to Zalushka. Zalushka dumps back. Wide siding. Polichka goes back to center, and that's Havlova. Big shot, hammers too deep. Zalushka can't get there, but position not bad.
No, it's on the sideline on the far side of the field. They've managed before to get it back. And I like a bit of risk, although what I explained about the Czech zone might have applied to the Italian one as well.
Giovannini gets the underneath. Ascari. Stall count mounting. Tahu gets a great play there. Big catch out of Cironi. And Giovannini, another big catch of her own. Oh, and Pironi didn't want that one. Put it to ground. And straight back. And straight back again. A string of 3 turnovers in the space of 2 meters and 10 seconds.
Fast break opportunities.
And after a whole lot of turns, the Italians get about 2 seconds to walk it back to the inbound line. And we're back at it. Passini. Ooh, to Giovannini. She is not fazed by Padova. And look at that touch there. Great defensive touch by Bulanova. And Zaluska wisely takes the timeout. What a sequence there. Quick timeout taken after a series of turnovers. We're going to take a short break here and be back with you to conclude this 5th point of the game.
We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that help to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
What a grab! Oh my! Somehow they do it! Come on, Brad! Of course, our ULTI.TV drone shots giving you the aerial angle as these two teams are going toe to toe. I mean, we just saw a flurry of turnovers there, but this is a cracking game.
It is.
This far in, I mean, the level here, okay, we just saw a bunch of turnovers, but they were turnovers that 2 of them came off of incredible Ds. 2 of them came off of throws, a little bit rushed, congested, but boy, these two teams are really throwing it at each other.
So I think it makes a lot of sense that these turnovers happen as well. Both teams are known for their quick disc movement and getting, off to the races quickly and picking it up and trying a fast break or for something when the defense isn't in position yet. And then sometimes you already expect them not to be there, but they are there. And then if you don't look and just do something intuitively, these things happen, and it's still the first game of a tournament for all these women. So these mistakes, we will see them now. I don't think we'll see them at the end of the week.
Yeah, it's the right time to get them out, that's for sure. But as we said, these games mean so much. How much can you afford to learn if you're not getting the dub? Let's see. I mean, one of them is going to lose. That is the nature of this game.
Any game, really.
Yeah. one of them will have a better chance to learn, I guess, by that perspective. And Padova gets the first looking disc. And the Czechs get it moving. Havlova back to Zalushka. Now Padova. Padova goes lefty there to Shvetsova. And now Havlova. Big hammer to Havlova. She goes backwards with eventuality, Havlova. Now Zalushka in for goal. Into the hands of Bulanova. And the Czechs are on the board and dictating on serve.
Oh yeah, that was clinical after the timeout. I love that hammer over the top to Padova, who usually distributes them. Gets it, and there's this quick change of field position opens up so much, especially in the zone that we saw here where you're congested. There's a lot of people around the disc. Padova was in acres of space and no chance any defender would get near there, and then you see just beautiful offense going from one side to the other and just punching it in for that score. So both teams putting up zones on defense, and a lot of passes being played as well. When Italy held with one turn, they took 35 passes, and then this last point, the Czech Republic had 22 passes in this first possession, lost it, had one pass and lost it again, and then it took them after that timeout another 12 passes to complete.
It's the tale of the zone defenses we're seeing even on the short fields. And we see another one again here as the Italians get going. Nice pickup there by Brugnoli. Grossi goes across the far sideline, now picks up Karim Fayed. Grossi uses the width again, Brugnoli. Brugnoli goes back. Grossi. Brugnoli. Who finds a little bit of space in the middle. A little bit of continuation. Karim Fayed. Fayed again. Back to Grossi. Grossi goes wide side to the 84 shirt. Amati, and then back to Grossi. Brugnoli into the middle. Finds Rende. And now Negroni. Amati. Finds the middle. Pancotti. Giorgia Pancotti got it to Brugnoli now. Brugnoli. Amati. Italians on that doorstep. Grossi. Amati. Not in yet, and that one forced a little too quick. It was certainly down by my perspective. Let's have another look.
Things happened too quickly for me to actually look. Oh yeah,
yes,
no, that was down. Absolutely down.
Very, very down. Negroni got a bit excited. Felt enough of the plastic that she wanted to assume for a little second that it was up, but that one indeed down.
I know our friend Felix is reminded something else. But yeah, if you get it, that's fine. If not, also fine. In any way, the Czech Republic get a break chance.
Oh, Dooley! What a bid, Lucia Negroni. It's time for a cocktail drink. Well, maybe not for the juniors, but I'll have a Negroni after that one. Holy Dooley. Now the Italians on the doorstep. Grossi. Can they cash in quick? Oh, not in, but what another play by Negroni. It is in. Negroni double happiness. And lots to celebrate there in the last sequence by the Italians.
Bookends for Negroni, and looks like she started her game a little late with these amazing layouts. Just really putting the team on her back. That was a full extension one in the breaks on that break side there. Look at that. Woo! I didn't even see her near the matchup, and then she just jumps up in front. Maybe even baiting that shot just a little bit.
Perhaps, but just took over, and here's the finishing touches.
And that one just put into space, and how the hell did she had to make a full body turn there as well.
Negroni. What a play. It's all tied up, 3 apiece. Hello to all you back home watching. Thanks for joining us in the chats. Kristina Tlusta. And of course, Rahel Toshnerova giving me Czech name pronunciation. Thank you. I will work these out, but thank you very much. But yeah, the Czech fans at home watching. How about you Italians? Where are you at? Not in the chat? You guys don't know how to use the keyboard?
They're right here.
Go on.
Watching. We're
use
in
the
Italy.
Keyboard, chat. Give us a like. Then subscribe and do all the other stuff. Czech O-line back out for the 4th time of this game. Padova with the disc. Ooh, and the Czechs bounce another one to ground. That time, Dvorakova had it too far in front of her and couldn't hang on, and the break chance is as good as they've been thus far. Now, shot for goal, layout bid collects, and Arianna Ascari handles it for the Italians, and the first break of the game goes to Italy.
Ascari had to jump, and she did it. That was so good. Up the line, put into space, and Ascari gets it full on here. And it's a short field as well. It's only a red zone opportunity, but you see that work to perfection, only using this side of the field and really just no respect for her body whatsoever. Jumps and catches it for the score. And that's the first break in this game.
First break, nice throw for the assist by Asia Martinini. A heck of a throw. Didn't need to do much. I mean, she led her receiver just a bit too much where the layout was necessary, but definitely ensured that there was no chance of any defenders getting a touch on it.
So I just saw the stat, and I was kind of aware, but not really thinking about it. The first break of the game. This accounts to the way these players are playing in an early age, because holding 3 times, if not cleanly, but that's really impressive.
Yeah, but so far this game has done nothing but impress me. Now we got a little bit of sun peeking through this slightly cloudy Padovan sky. We've got a lot of time left, 72 minutes. So far, time no issue. We're scoring at a cracking pace. Here comes Czech Republic going the other way. Padova puts the hammer up. No fear out of that woman. Stolova. Gives in, goes. Now it's Padova. And goes back inside. Bulanova. Hammer. No fear again, but there could be, ooh, geez, a bailout catch there. Stolova, now shot for goal, but that one could not be bailed out. Stolova lets it go to ground, and the Italians go the other way. And here comes this break line. They're feeling hot. They just got one. Martinini goes to the center of the field. Now to Giovannini. Now back again towards center. Ascari. Goes to Briolini. Now Corradini. Oh, and thrown behind. And the Czechs will get another chance. Bulanova picks up Padova. Gives, goes, and puts it just far enough in front. Padova taking over right now. And what a throw, what a finish. The big Shashkova in for the goal. Czechs looked good after the turn.
They did. Padova really bailing that team out, but also before that, there were some skies that I think they were legit. If you have a player that can read the disc so well, just take your chance. Do it. I want to see that. We want to see that. And if it works out, fine. If it doesn't work out, get it back. And the Czechs did that very well.
Yeah, I mean, hammers are a sensational part of the game. Hammers are considered risky, but hammers are a very efficient way of taking break sides of field, beating zones. Like, we love to see them. They hang different. They fly where they have a helix formation. It's a sexy looking throw, if you could say, but it is just a little risky. A little bit of wind.
I don't agree. I think it's just we don't practice it enough. In Europe, it's not used frequently enough, in my opinion. If you practice it long enough as a backhand, a longer one, or a flick, it's always a bit of risk. If you have a 40-meter pass, you have to practice to complete it. And with wind, it changes quickly. And the hammer is one of those throws that if you don't practice it enough, it won't work. You won't know how to work it correctly. But if you practice it more and put it in games, and
I'll continue disagreeing with you after this possession. Here comes the Italians on the front foot, giving and going. Villa goes back inside. Brugnoli. And now a centering from Pancotti gets it forward. Pivetta shoots for goal. That one looks good. Does she have enough room? Indeed she does. Stays in bounds. Bisceglia with the goal for the Italians, and it's all not tied up. Back in the lead with the break in their back pocket. 5-4 to Italy.
Yeah, that was a different style of offense the Italians played. More the way I'm used to seeing Italian Frisbee, really. Getting people into position and maybe a bit like bigger yard gains, but also like giving and going until the perfect opportunity arises, and that's what happened there. Towing in the back. I don't really know if she had to tow, but if she did, that was a very good thing she did there.
So I'll go back to the hammer talk.
Yes.
I mean, my hammer was, me personally speaking, probably my strongest throw by the end of my career. I used to claim it as undefendable. However, in a hammer versus flat throw situation, if the flat throw can make it there, the flat throw is a safer throw. It cuts the wind cleaner. It has less deviation in its angle. There are less opportunities for the elements to take it away. So, yes, we can practice more. Yes, we can be better, but I will never agree with you that the hammer is not a situational throw, and it cannot just be implemented whenever you choose. You can, I feel free, your reply, you can have a think about it, come to me later, but I love a hammer more than anyone, and I do think they're sensational, and yes, we can throw more, but it will never be as safe as a throw as a flat forehand or backhand.
Can we come to the conclusion that it depends on also the yards of it? Like a hammer is risky at times, I agree, but a 40 to 50 meter throw of any kind will be hard to execute just as much as a hammer.
Here come the Czechs. We'll come back to this one. Stolova, deep shot. The chase is on, no need for the layout because Czechova catches up to that one and cashes in. Nice, quick conversion for the Czechs. It's 5 apiece. Italians up a break.
That might have been the quickest point we've seen so far. Just a few throws, put them in. 3 throws actually. 1, 2, and bam. 2, and there goes the deep shot. Oh, might have been more than 3, 4 actually, but still. 4 throws and just putting it on a platter here for Czechova. Alena
5
Czechova.
apiece.
There's
Czech.
her sister Clara as well on that team. So to be very specific, Alena Czechova with the score.
Czech's keen to keep this D-line on the field. They're going to need this D-line to get them back in the game. It is obviously still a tight contest, but pressure onto the Czech defensive unit here to find a way to break eventually. We're not even at halftime yet. So there's no urgency, but that is the task at hand. And of course, when we talk about break, what do we mean by break to those parents at home watching for the first time? What do we mean when we're talking about a break, Christina?
So, so you have offense and defense, right? You start on offense, you have possession of the disc. If you have a turnover, this means you lost the disc, and the team that was intended to be on defense gets a chance to score, breaking the offense of the team that was starting on offense.
I get you. So a turnover and then a score. The opposite team, the team that pulled and started on defense, scores. That is a break. Here is the Italian O-line. Grossi, wind up, shoots right away. Little change of direction, but looks like it's good. That throw could have been caught 10 times over. Fayed only did it once because that's all that was necessary.
That was a beautiful throw, and Grossi, I don't think you saw it, but I saw her in the middle of the field celebrating, being like, oh yeah, that worked out, because it was a perfect throw. It seemed a little bit zippy when she released it, but that is perfect. If it, if you put it up and it waits in the end zone, you see it's a bit zippy, but then it slows down, it waits in the end zone, floats down into the hands of Fayed, who, as you mentioned, had to turn direction a little bit, but came back to it and scored that goal.
She could have done a whole dance under it and then still caught it. She could have built a house under it and still caught it.
That would have been good, a house in the middle of the end zone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, she had that kind of time.
I know.
So at 6:5, 63 and change remaining, all sorts of time. We're moving at a fantastic pace here.
Mm-hmm.
100-minute games here, game to 15. We will take a halftime when one of these teams reach 8 points and or the clock reaches 45 minutes remaining.
See our force highlight and stats. Grossi with 2 assists already. And that last one just impeccable with deep shot. But the Czechs on offense.
Padova. Gets it up. Havlova. And now Hadova. Shvetsova. Inside, now they're moving it quick. Czechova. Shvetsova. Bulanova. Italian zone, staying tight. And the turnover came just in the nick of time. Pironi. Italian D-line has been getting hot, getting their reps now. Martinini tries to go inside and settles for the around backhand. Pironi. Pironini. Martinini. Shoots up line. Ascari. And there is a potential goal for Birolini, but it is counted out.
Yeah, I think all the Czech players in the vicinity were like, oh no, that foot was on the line or out. And the player agrees, and that's Czech's disc again.
Back underway, a almost mishap there, but handled by the Czechs. Shvetsova. She gets it again, now gives to Havlova. Padova getting involved with every second touch again. She looks upfield, pops one over top, and through a few hands, Dolevashlova. Inside Havlova. Straight back, Havlova again looking upfield. Bulanova. Havlova goes back. Dolejalova. Oh, and Padova can't hang on to that one. And the Italian break line are coming again. Martinini. Pironi. Timeout called by the Italians. This break could be a big one. The 2-point separator in the first half, and they're going to get it back in the second half. Let's see what they do. They're going to take a break. We'll take one too, and we'll be right back after this short timeout break.
Come on, break!
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Yes, he will. The lovely day. And we're back. Timeout taken by the Italians, hoping to break here. Christina, this one tightening up. This break could be a huge one if the Italians can pull it off.
It could be. Those teams are just neck to neck, like right next to each other in terms of conversion, in terms of defense and offensive intensity. And one of the Czech coaches actually just nearly ran over our camera. But the Italians had maybe the upper hand a little bit, just because they are leading by a break and they have another break opportunity, but both teams have had opportunities to do so.
Yeah, I mean, this Czech O-line has given it away enough to know how to get it back. They have got it back many, many occasions. Now would be one important one.
There's this theory how I think the Czechs stack their teams, their O-lines and D-lines, and I'm going to tell you.
After this.
Oh, yeah.
Here come the Italians. Pironi. Martinini catches it on the front foot. Then turns back. Now inside. Corradini. And a little bit of contact between the two of them. Corradini, a 19-year-old from Bologna. Left-handed thrower. Plays with the Alligators. She's ready to put it back into play here. Ooh. Pressure coming there, but Martinini hangs on. Now Giovannini. Up line, but right into the hands of the opposition. Bulanova gets the block. Czechova doesn't like what she sees, and there is nobody on the mark, so they take their time until it eventuates into the hands of Shvetsova. Up line there. Shvetsova gets another touch. High stall count, nice breakthrough. Oh, what a pickup. Czechs looking good here. And now the big shot, will it come back? It will not. The trailing edge just trailed forever. And Padova gets a turnover to her stat line there.
Yeah, she released it a bit too early. No, too late actually. And made it arch around the side back. We've seen that before on the Italian side. That shot that went out but never came back in, and that gives a good field position to the Italians.
Well, they have got one back, had the Czechs when they needed. This is their O-line on the field. Giovannini goes to Martinini. Another play out of her. Martinini looks to center. Briolini. Now into Ascari. Far sideline back through Ascari and Pironi. Who goes wide? Ascari. Into the middle, Martinini. Shoves one through the center of the field there. Briolini, Martinini. The Italian break is close. Can they finish it off? Giovannini goes back, gets another play there by Corradini. Inside, the short throw counts. Picked up there by Claire Bini, and the Italians break again, breaking the hearts of some of the Czech fans, I'm sure. It's 7-5.
So many passes for the Italians. They're in front of their own end zone, but also not rushing it, not trying to get something and punch it in, but really keeping the disc and waiting for the perfect put into the end zone.
Another look at that layout by the Czechs. Here's a quick show of our highlights. Martinini, she's chucked herself around a couple times now. And there is the goal by Bini. There's a look at the scores from the last score. 7-5. We're going to be halftime soon, but before then, we've got another timeout. The Czechs took one. We'll take a break too, and we'll be back to conclude this half. 7-5 for the Italians, defending home turf thus far. Here in Padova for the European Youth Ultimate Championships right here on ULTI.TV.
Yeah, we have a whole week of action just in front of us. 4 games a day with a break in the middle for lunch, which I love because the schedule is great, and it gets the players, it gives the players a break as well.
The hottest part of the day, I think.
Yeah,
That's
I
what they
think
wanted to take away.
it is. It's gonna be hot. Like, it doesn't look like that right now. It's cloudy, but it will be. It will be so crazy in terms of heat. I think it's gonna be 36 and then 36 and sun and playing for an hour and a half. It's intense, but that's why we come here. And to be honest, I would always appreciate the sun more than having rain, thunderstorm, and everything in the course of 1 hour.
So a bricked pole coming back into play. Martinini very excited to see the player feedback monitor, checking out some of the action. Unfortunately, she doesn't get to see her highlights quite yet. She'll have to watch back tonight. Czechs changed up their O-line a little bit. Shashkova now goes to Chekova. Into the middle. They've actually Dvorakova. They've changed it up very completely, in fact. Chekova goes wide. Dvorakova, Katerina Dvorakova. Zips one up the middle. Raishka. Sashkova. Zalushka. Zalushka gets again. Drop back. Sashkova. And Chekova gives and gets. Zalushka moves the zone, but can't get open enough for the throw. Sashkova up the sideline, inside out. What a throw. Is that going to work? How did it work? No, it went out the back. Oh, God. Blashkova couldn't get there, but what a throw by Zalushka.
I actually love it.
Yeah, me too.
I mean,
unorthodox.
Wow.
Wasn't expecting that.
No. And I do think it was pinpoint, just like millimeters away in the back of the end zone. But like, who would expect that? No one would, and that's what you got to do. You got to impress and do the unexpected.
Here come the Italians, long field in front of them. Pironi gets to the 45 shirt. Pavarini. Gainer there. Sironi. Oh, point block! Right in the grill there. Dvorakova puts the hand down and shuts down every instance of momentum. And now the Czechs have it all with a very short field. Break side! Second effort! No! Both layouts fall short. Italians run back to the line. Bini gets the first touch. Now inbounded. Stefani to Bini. Inside, nice grab there. Pironi gets the gainer. Giordani. Shot for goal, that one counts. Giordani claps the hands down on it. And the Italians are breaking all over.
Yeah, and that's half. A bit earlier than I expected. I thought the Czechs, switch up that line and go back out there and get the point, but not this time, not right now. But they'll take a break, and then they'll have some motivating words by their coaches, and then they'll fight for this game in the second half.
5 points, or 3 points in a row by the Italians. 5-5 to 8-5. That's halftime. But before we take a break, a quick look at the replays from that point. There's the Czech squandered opportunity, and Pironi gets things going here. Giordani puts the big throw, and then it's Deli Stefani who puts that into the end zone. for the goal, and the Italians take half. 8-5. We'll be back with second half action after these short words.
We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that help to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
What a grab! Oh my! Somehow they do it!
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Yes, he will! The lovely day.
Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me?
Un ringraziamento al nostro corpo di ballo guidato dalla Isabella Petteluz. Grazie a tutte le ballerine. Questo è l'applauso per la dimostrazione di ballo. Grazie ragazze. Ancora qualche minuto poi riprendono le fasi di gioco di questa prima partita, primo match. Repubblica Ceca, nazionale italiana, che vede la nazionale italiana vincere al momento per 8-5. Un ringraziamento anche alla radio media partner che seguirà questo torneo, Radio Stereo Città.
look at the match stats from the first half. Christina, what jumps out to you?
The break chances, really. 2 break chances for the Czech Republic, 12 break chances for Italy. And the clean holds also very interesting. 1 for the Czechs, 3 for the Italians. And of course, we all know the 3 breaks in favor of Italy, making the score 8-5. And the thing is, they also get offense.
Yeah, they're going to get the disc back to start this second half. We said it at the start, like, a score is a score, a clean break versus a dirty break. But if you keep giving, or a clean hold versus a dirty hold, you keep getting dirty holds while you're just giving too many opportunities. And that break chances stat line is just a tale of opportunities. And the Czechs are just, well, they're giving them way too many. They've cashed in only on a quarter of those break chances. If they can up that percentage anymore, this could have been catastrophic by now. The Czechs are still in this game despite all that.
Absolutely, they're with them, and I think that they have one or the other miscommunication or hasty decision that doesn't work quite as well. But in general, in terms of skill, I think these teams are very evenly matched. I might come back to that point of why I think that. How I think the Czechs set up their teams and their lines, and I've watched that you see that they have a smaller O-line of maybe 8 people that are from my subjective point of view, the best people on the team. So you trust those people to get every O point and get it back on D as well, because those are the fittest, the best players. So if you have your best players on that O-line, the athletic people are left for the D-line. So they can run with you. They're also probably very good at what they do, otherwise they wouldn't be at a national team. But then they might lack this one person taking control of the point of the possession, which is not as distributed like that on the Italian side, I think.
Here come those Italians. Let's see what they've got in store. Can they keep pouring it on? Villa with her cowgirl hat. Wow, what a turnaround in the last moment. Pivetta turns around, and that one is dropped into the breadbasket.
That is how you should do it, in my opinion. Just follow as long as you can, and then if you see it doesn't work anymore, wait till the last second, and the shortest route for you to turn your hat and clap catch it. Actually, that is a skill that some people have by nature, and some others have to train it for that to work out. So some people get disoriented by turning their head from one side to the other, which I think is hilarious, because it looks so funny when people actually get disoriented by, walking or running and then losing focus for a second and then don't know where to go.
Gudosi, there's that wind-up backhand, and here we see the spin around, and no problem. Alessandra Pivetta. A very short possession for the Italians coming into the half. As Dolly Parton would say, what a way to make a living. It's working 9-5. That's the score line. How many throws, Christina?
3. 3 throws.
So not only a clean hold, but an efficient clean hold. Gudosi drops the bomb.
And then also, I don't know if there was anything else the Czech Republic, the Czechs could have done there. There was one Italian player in pursuit of that point and 3 Czech defenders around her, but there wasn't really anyone else who could have made a D or got a play on there.
So the question in the comments by the person who asks the most questions in the chats, John Dock. How does this pool play work, or how does this work after the pool play? We'll get to that. We talked about it off the top. We'll get to it again after this point. Padova dumps it backwards. Zaluska. Now on the sideline, Raiska. Padova Looking at that Italian zone in front of her. She gives it. She gets it again. Padova trying to direct traffic. Goes over top dangerously because Passini knocks that away. And the Italians are red hot right now. They shoot with reckless abandon. And the Italians get another one there. Giordani cashes in, and these Italians are getting hotter with every new point. It's 10-5. That's 5 in a row for the Italians.
They're doubling up the score, and they're just like, they look more composed, and all the things that Czechs are trying to throw at them, they just take away with in stride. And we mentioned that in the beginning, and I'm going to run through that with you again. It's a round robin. It's 7 teams in the women's division, and everyone plays everyone in the beginning, which just quickly getting to the point of every score counts. Every point difference could make a bigger difference at the end of this initial pool play, where teams are ranked and some are just quicker. Some are just like going to be better, and then there's going to be days where a team doesn't perform, and keeping those score lines as minimal as possible should work for them. So how the format works after the placement of the round robin is seeds 1 and 2 after the round robin go on to the tournament directly, go to semifinals, and then the 3rd of the pool plays the 6th of the pool, the 4th plays the 5th, and the winners of these games go on to play semis. The losers of these games go on to play the 5 to 7 bracket. So you don't want to be in that last spot. You want to be in that 1st or 2nd spot.
Yeah, top 2 is a glorious breather round right through the semis, and I'll call that crossover the pre-semi, in fact, because that is what it boils down to. So here come the Czechs. Czechova goes backwards through a couple of hands. Havlova, and a leading throw there, trying to break down this Italian zone. Last time they went over top, but not with a upside down throw, so it floated too much. Czechova, that's Clara. She gets it forward. Havlova. And that's on the far side of the field. Shashkova touches it to the turf and keeps things going. Drop backwards. Shashkova up line. Terchakova gives Shetsova. Czechova, and back to Havlova. Ooh, well hung on to by Czechova. Shot for goal, but that one bounces off the hands and won't count for the Czechs. Italians with another chance.
I think she needed to toe the line as well there, and that disc always going out of bounds on the side.
Big shot up the line, and well grabbed there. Passini. Passini looking for an option, gets one out of Corradini. Now a continuation. Cece goes backwards, Corradini. Sironi. Pavarini. Corradini. Inside throw, but she got a bit too excited, and that one goes to turf. Here come the Czechs. Will they let the Italian zone reset? Sounds like the coach has called for match, and another D by the Italians. The big Sironi gets up and knocks that one away. And Czechs knock one away of their own. They take the timeout. Shashkova doesn't like the way things were going there, and another breather for the Czechs, a time to think about stuff.
Yeah, well needed one as well. It there was these mistakes are floating in quickly for the Czechs, and things that worked out in the second half don't anymore, and I think they have to refocus.
So while they refocus, we will refocus too. We're going to take a short timeout here, a little break. We'll be back for the... Yes, he will. Another look at Force Ultimate there during the ad break. And we get a look at our Eurodisc perspective. But of course, Eurodisc, Force, Tokai, some of our wonderful sponsors, Friction Gloves getting on board. And all you Ultimate types, get on board with them, help them out. Use their products for your Frisbee needs. We are at 75 likes. That's okay. I like you more than you've liked us so far, just saying. So you can go on and keep liking and up that like level because we really love when you like. So let us love you more for your likes. Have I said those 2 words enough by now?
Maybe
How
one
about
more.
subscribe, patron, Patreon.
That's okay.
Okay, good. I'll say those ones too. Go ahead and do that.
Do all of the actions.
So at 10-5, Czech Republic took that timeout with a little bit of desperation at this stage if they're going to make something of this game. I mean, staying in it's one thing. Finding a way back into a winnable situation would take a monumentous. They would have to win 10-4 or better from this point on. And the way the Italians have been playing, that seems very unlikely. However, I've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah, me too, definitely. There is so many things that can happen in a Frisbee game. I've seen crazy outcomes, crazy plays. We've seen crazy plays this game so far.
Shashkova. Violation of some sort. And let's try this again. Shashkova takes the sneaky little up line in the small bit of space there. Chekhova fires back. Shashkova, this Italian zone is suffocating right now. Havlova, and another turnover comes. As I said, the suffocating zone has created yet another chance. And here come the Italians. Corradini gets another move. That was a very casual one-handed pickup there, but looked good. Now the shot for goal. A little bit too far there. The Czechs are going to get another chance on the overthrow.
A little bit too far. Maybe she gave up a little bit too quickly as well. But also, you can expect layouts from everyone, and on that, if you can only get it with a layout, maybe throw it. should have done it differently.
Every great catch comes on the heels of a mediocre throw. We all know that one by now. Shot deep. And it's hanging. There's company, but it is collected, and now a wide open receiver in the end zone. But look to the dump space instead of the open receiver. A opportunity squandered, but got in another second later. Shashkova with that goal. Czechs put one on the board. Finally, stop the bleeding. 5 in a row by the Italians, and now there's the one for the Czechs.
Not clean again, but that worked out, and what a heroic effort to make that work. That big disc going up, and that is impressive. That is almost all the way from one side of the field to the other. It was a hammer that led to this, and then going back to the dump. I'm a fan, actually. That's not bad. Like, if you have a dump available, just be part of it, but you don't have to take control of all of it right now. That's why there are 7 people on the field and not just 2 or 3. But as you already mentioned, a very much needed hold for the Czechs. Trailing by 4, but now they have to go on a 4-point run to get close.
A lot of short possessions in that last point. I mean, the Czechs were efficient to start with the disc, 24 throws before they gave one up. But then going back and forth, 9 throws, 2 throws, 1 throw, 3 throws, 5 throws, 4 throws. A lot of turns, obviously, on that point as well, but the possessions just got shorter and shorter. And looking up and down these boards, trying to see who's having the best games based on stats. Padova on the Czech side with 2 goals, an assist, and a block, but a handful of turnovers too. And on the other side of that disc, it's well shared around. Bisceglia with 3 goals stands out the most. Ooh, pick up there by Negroni, and as much as Negroni might not have the stats, she has the highlights. Negroni with another layout. And she is putting on a show.
Ooh, getting some yards as well.
2 blocks and a goal for Negroni so far, as well as 3 layouts.
And a foul called on her, apparently.
A Bologna player who does not play for BFD, plays for Disco Bolo, one of the many competing clubs in Bologna nowadays. Negroni goes around. Brunoli gets upfield. Bisceglia. Negroni, another fantastic grab. Negroni goes inbound. Bisceglia. Amati. And Fayed goes back to Amati. There must have been a pick somewhere. Back in. Amati. Villa. Ooh, slices one into Bisceglia. Bisceglia looks to break instead to Fayed on the open side. Now into the corner. Bisceglia up early, but the bailout, no, double drop. Thought the bailout was going to cash it in, but it is a Czech possession to be.
Yeah, they have tried to punch it in to this corner of the end zone time and time again. Apparently a foul called by Bisceglia, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it well enough, actually, to clearly put my opinion out there.
Yeah, I would need another look if I was going to have an opinion on that. Here is another look. So, I mean, she was on her way down from her jump. She probably did get hit, but I think she mistimed it. Either way, it's a retracted foul. I can understand her making the call. She felt that contact, but I think part of it was her fault going up early and ripped down the line. It did stay in, luckily, but never a chance for reception for Dolejalova. And Villa winds up. We're going back and forth here now. Like a tennis match. What a pickup. Fayed beats the pack, takes the pack grab, and the Italians continue to pour it on 11-6.
Seemed like Fayed was just the first person to jump, and that worked. A bit of a risky option, in my opinion. Also something that, you know, you can excuse if you're up by 4 points, 5 points rather, but maybe not something that the Italian coaches want to see always. You see that disc gets a lot of height and a lot of air underneath it quickly. Not ideal, and 3 Italian players with their defenders in one pile of people, and this is not an ideal drawn up deep shot. Ideally, there would be one person in a lot of space with one other defender maybe trailing them, but not anywhere near. But we will work on this, and next time they probably won't throw that again, which is also not the worst decision. But it worked.
It worked that time. 11-6, everything's working for the Italians. Since 5-5, that's a 6-1 game. So the tight start we had has disappeared because the Italians have been pouring it on. There's a look at them now. They love it. They love being on the camera, flexing it up with their big lead at home, on home turf. How about them Italians, huh? And the sun is out.
Oh, yeah.
Beaming down in our faces. Very happy about that because it was overcast and gray most of the day.
Yeah, I haven't seen the sun in a few days because Austria is wild.
Yeah, well,
rain.
And we just came from Limerick, so we know what happened there. Even though the sun did shine in Limerick. Here come the Czechs. Alena Chekova gets it off to her sister Klara Chekova. Two of them go back and forth again. Chekova, there it is. Go over the top with a scoop, not a backhand, and they've got it. Up the line. Now to the 65 shirt of Stotlova. Back, a big dump, lose about 10 meters. Chekova takes it. Chekova to Chekova. The sisters connect. Sashkova inside, zipper. Now the shot deep and lands on the spot for the goal.
That really was a spot-on hammer. A quick one as well, released very snappy. And then into a position where apparently no other defender could come. It was really close, gotta say. So a bit of risk, but high risk, high reward. And that works out for the Czechs this time again. For me, it looks like they've grown back to old strength. The strength we saw in that first half, and work out super well for them.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but I'm getting pretty thirsty right now. I could use a cold, partially frozen drink, like a Slurpee. It's 7-Eleven, baby. Let's get some Slurpees. Czechs are back on the board. And 2 holds. So, yeah, I hear what you're saying. They're kind of finding their groove again. This one, a clean hold, which they've had few of. I mean, 1 in the first half. And this is only their second clean hold of the game. So that's something they can hang their hat on to go forward here. Can they start thinking right now, we got this game? Probably not yet, but maybe get a break, and you can at this stage. Get a nice clean hold, get a break, and you can be right back in a game that quickly. But the Italians won't want to give them that chance. Let's see what they do. Amati. Grossi, she's lost the hat. Brugnoli back to Grossi. Amati. Bisceglia. And she gives and goes. Nice high grab there by Brugnoli. Amati near sideline. Grossi goes wide. Back to Grossi. Italians going sideline to sideline. Amati to Grossi. Handler's doing a lot of work, and then they get an upliner. Bisceglia goes inside, and that one's tipped, but still caught. Fayed now throws the turnaround, and the casual spike by Pancotti. The Italians, patience, and then busted it up the field.
I thought you were saying patience to the end of this, which I don't think I would agree, but set it up perfectly and patiently to go all the way, to get that big gainer, and the tip there, nearly, but slowing that disc down only. Stupkova, and that is another point for the Italians, and that first one for Pancotti.
So 12-7. The break is going to be necessary. And after the sun, looks like there's a few drops of rain already. We will do everything we can to pray them away.
So I remember at the beginning of the season, we were here for a spring invite, and I talked to someone, and I don't remember who it was, and I was like, oh yeah, there's going to be rain later today. I heard that, and they were an Italian player. They were like, ha, it doesn't rain in Padova. That never happens. Well, I mean, this is rain, right?
Well, I mean, it rained all day yesterday. You got to know who that was so we can call out our poor Italian sideline meteorologists.
I don't remember. I'm going to try and remember. I thought about it on the way here, but
we'll get there. We'll get there in the end.
It's going to get to me. I'm going to.
I mean, I remember lots from the last spring invite. We were just starting our Steph Pazzo Must Eat tour, and we were getting a lot of great recommendations for food and other things to find in Padova. Such fond memories. Zalushka goes inside. Chekhova. Here come the Czechs, moving now. Bulanova exchanging and getting it again. Now, Stolova. Bouncing around. Chekhova, far side of the field. We've got a stoppage. Looks like a foul, uncontested, and a continuation for the Czechs.
It looks like Pavarini jumped in the back of that player there.
Chekhova to Bulanova, and right in for the goal. As fast as you can turn your head, the Czechs do it again. And that is another clean one for the Czechs.
So what the Czech players have changed now, where in comparison to points where they actually lost the disc more often, was the way they execute their throws. They would put stuff up in the air and be create battles, whereas now they are zipping it through, just changing the angle of attack, changing the way they want to play these offensive points, and the passes. That really works well for them, and I love to see that they can actually switch in their heads and make that work. It's really impressive.
Indeed, it is finding ways to find new angles in, to find new ways of success late in the game when sometimes the game itself feels like it is or has slipped away. Right now, 4 behind, 3 away from victory. Four behind, of course, for the Czechs, and 3 away for the Italians. As you get the overhead look at Silvio Appiani Stadium. And the Italians receive one more pull with a 12-8 lead. Villa goes back central. Then the leading throw to the near sideline, Amati. Brunoli, far sideline. Brunoli, Amati. Now she's gone deep. Defender's got much better position and spikes that one away with authority, does Doležalova.
Yeah, max it away. I always like to see catches in these situations because you never know who speeds between you and the ground if you just smack it away, but Doležalova was all alone in that back of the end zone, so that's fine.
Yeah, if you're going to smack it, don't mack it. Get on top of it and make sure it is a downward direction. But if you hit that rim and that edge, you could be asking for trouble. Now they get the gainer on the throw to Dvorakova, Katerina, and then she dumps it off. Gainer again, now up line, Stupkova went for it all, but it was a bit too much.
Gotta say, that was a perfect throw. That floated for ages.
Yeah, the receiver gave up awfully quick on it. Would like to see the chase, but sometimes it's better to conserve the energy if you are certain you will not get there, but you never know unless you test yourself.
I love those drone shots. Whenever we see a zone look, you can see space so much better.
Villa collects that one, and then almost a no-look pass there goes back to Brunoli. Pancotti to Villa. Gainers there, far sideline. Inside shot through everything, Brunoli. Villa. Fayed. Goes to the center, Brunoli. Wide side now. Amati. Who finds a hole? Brunoli. And Brunoli's gone big. Pancotti's there, but not before the defense. Stupkova makes up for the throw that went too far with a great defensive bid.
And the tip she had in the earlier point. Macking it away enough for no Italian defender to get there, Italian offensive player to get there.
Deep cut comes, but the under there, and Brunoli foul called.
Accepted
And
on the throw.
Okay, 2 fouls. I wonder if it would have been accepted on the reception. We'll never find out because it was secondary.
And it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Big shot, wide open. Yeah, and looking downfield, you see a lot of Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonations with the double bicep flexing. That indicates a pick.
Dvorakova already knew she was too open.
Suspiciously open, as we say. There's the gainer they were looking for. Padova winds up, puts it. That one's hanging. And great pickup by Doležalova. In for goal, one throw later. But there's a travel on the first throw that started that sequence. The big shot by Padova and a travel called.
We'll see if we have the replay.
The conversation is a interesting one by my estimation. The counting of steps before the pivot foot was established.
I mean, she took 7 steps.
Yeah, there were many steps taken. The travel was called well before the throw.
It was, yeah, it was.
There were many.
I think she threw when the travel was already called. So that's what I heard. Although, just personal.
And Jackson again, and that one even better. What a finish there. Doležalová catches up, but didn't need to do much as the Czechs all hit the deck in a unison celebration, but what a throw.
That was perfect. That was so put on a platter, and it's impressive that Padova wasn't phased by it. Didn't care. That's fine. Can just, you know, can just put it up again. I can do that any time of day. Let's see a replay here again. A beautiful put. And in the stride, the Czechs get a break. Their first break of this game. We saw their break cheer as well, all falling down. And they are within 3. And also 3 minutes remaining.
And 3 away from losing. 3-3-3.
That's a sign.
Is there something happening here?
I don't know. Well, if you're 3.
Happening here. What it is. Okay, I'll stop.
I'm sorry, you can go on. I just don't know the song. Otherwise, I would have jumped in and then you would have wanted to stop because I absolutely cannot sing.
No, I'm doing this for all the people back home. I'm stopping. So, 12-8. They have traded since the string of goals by the Italians in the middle. 3 before half, 2 after half. That is the difference in the game. One big, long run. And beyond that, this game has been trading. But it's 4 breaks for the Italians, 0 breaks for the Czechs. Yet, one break that we just saw there for the Czechs. And they're going to need a bit more of that now, but it is in striking distance now. And the Italians moving it upfield. Into the sideline, Villa goes back to Grossi. Shot for goal, that one in, hung really nice. Bisceglia cashes in, and the Italians go up, make it 13-9. Looking good over there.
Yeah, they are just in such a good such good composure. They just got a break, but it doesn't matter to them. They put a fresh 7 out there and get that point. And what style to, walk backwards, look at that disc as it, floats towards you and just cash it in here.
We've got the stats in. The internet's gone to shit. But it's showing up on our...
Grossi with another assist. 3 on her tally so far, and all of them have been impressive. Like really big throws that have worked out perfectly.
Yeah, Grossi having a big game out there. Bisceglia, not so bad herself. 4 goals now. A impressive game, full stop for the Italians. And it looks like this could be it, Christina. The 13-9, I'm not saying it's over. It's never over, but the Italians have full control of this match.
The Czech coach disagrees, I believe, watching us.
Of course. I mean, the most recent break is a Czech break. But they're back on 0, and they're going to need a lot of breaks to go with it to get back into this one.
He's watching us. To be fair, he should be watching his players, but that's just between the two of us.
Starstruck by the talent. Here they come. Zaluska gets it again. Back and forth. Chekova to her sister, Klara Chekova. Shashkova goes back, Chekova's. Zaluska. Chekova and the Czechs feels like they're only going backwards. Shashkova. Chekova to Chekova. Zaluska was there, but a poach looking for it there, and we hear the whistle blow. Time's been over for a minute now. It will be a game to +1 after this score. Ooh, great scuba over top. We wanted that deep shot. Padova, why didn't you give it to us? Your last one was a pearler. And Padova had a look at the feet of Chekova there before she threw it to her and made sure she wasn't throwing it out of bounds. Said, all right, you're still in. Good eyes, veteran move by Padova. And these two Chekova sisters are just chiseling away at the space on this near sideline. And they give it and get it again, and they are getting bits and pieces. Zaluska now zips it to the far sideline. There must be some space, but instead the errant throw, and the Italians can put this to within 1 of winning if they can break here. Deli Stefani, and they take the timeout. They realize how important this possession is and what it could mean if they can cash it in. It's 13-9, late stages of the game. Regular time has expired, and now we're playing to a points cap after this point finishes. We're going to take a quick break with this timeout. We hope you don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back to finish up this game.
Authorization zone reached.
13-9. Time expired. This is a game 2. 14 or 15, we'll find out. If the Italians complete this break here, it'll be a game to 15. If the Czechs can find a way to get it back and score, it'll be a game to 14. So back into play. Here we come. Oh, and the first throw error. Turnout, as they call them. Zaluska. Gets it again. Czechova. Czechova goes low, but makes it count. Shashkova. Oh, and overthought it, overcooked it. Czechova looked at everything twice and then couldn't squeeze the fingers. Can the Italians go the whole length of this field? Pavarini, and then the big gainer. Back and forth between the two shirts upfield. Corradini goes backwards. Deli Stefani. Giordini goes back. Corradini. Giordani. Deli Stefani. Oofla! Just out too far in front of Passini. And the Czechs back with a chance. Czechova. And the sisters go back and forth. Tight defense by the Italians. Czechova to Czechova again. Padova fires deep. Zaluska on the chase. That looks good. The Czechs back on the board, and that makes it a game to 14. It's 10-13. Czechs got a lot of work to do if they're going to pull this rabbit out of the hat.
They do, but the game is just messy enough that you can believe either side can and will win this. The Italians have to hold, but they've struggled a bit with the clean holds at times, especially in the second half, and I get that it's 100-minute games. Keeping composure for that long, that's something most adult teams can't do. But the Czechs, on the other hand, have been even more up and down. And that put, again, beautiful from Padova. Another assist for her, and that's just really impressive stuff out of her. But 4 points in a row.
4 in a row is a lot in a row. Let's see if the Czechs can pull it off. They will need a couple miracles in a row. Czechs ready to pull. The Italians could win this contest here. Here they come. Amati. Looking for options. Gets Grossi coming through. Could this be the opening game dream victory? Big blade over top, Negroni. The layout machine catches one there. Negroni again. Spinning around, looking for options. Goes back, Brunoli to Grossi. Grossi to Amati, far sideline. Amati feeds forward. Villa shot for goal. That's the game. The Italians have won the opening round here at EYUC and dominated in the second half.
Indeed, they did. That was good composure from them on this offensive point. And if you have to close a game out, sometimes there's a lot of pressure and people try to do the fancy stuff, and that doesn't work out. But the Italians just did so well at that. A deserved win for them. And the Czechs must be devastated to start this tournament with a loss. But it's not, it doesn't matter too much. They still have 5 more games where they can show their skill, and they really did that this game here.
Yeah, they showed their skill, and I said the Italians dominated. I think they did, it's fair to say. But very few things needed to change in a game with so many turnovers in the middle for that to go the Czechs' way. 2 or 3 plays difference, and that could have gone the way of the Czech Republic. Quick look at the beautiful city of Padova just behind us here from the central city as we look at our match stats.
I mean, to be fair, it just shows, as you already pointed out, Italy was a better team in this situation. 18 break chances for them, 5 for the Czech Republic. That increased in the second half by a little bit.
1 in the first half, so yeah, they did better.
And the clean holds on Italy, just amazing. Half of their scores were clean holds. 4 of them were breaks, and then only 3 quote-unquote dirty holds for them. That is very, very impressive.
Tidy stuff. Only broken once in the game. The Italian women looking good in the opening match. They will love to carry that momentum throughout this tournament, but nothing better than a great start to keep hopes up and, well, of course, keep, the families and the spectators and everybody here feeling great about it, feeling good about coming out. All you at home, make sure, all of you back at home, don't you go anywhere this whole week. We've got Ultimate coming up non-stop. Well, that's not true. Non-stop, 4 games a day. There's a break in the day. There's enough time for you to watch a game, maybe go and do a little bit of work or real life stuff, get that done in the middle of the day, and then come back and watch some more Ultimate.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be too jealous that we're here in Padova. As you see again, the glorious aerial shots. We will be going out for some pizza tonight, maybe some bigoli, some really thick pasta that is just fantastic. They take care of us here in Padova. And it looks like we've got the Italian coach coming over for a quick interview. It's Mr. Alessandro Galli. Coming for a seat in the booth. How are you doing, Alessandro?
Oh, I'm doing really well. Thank you, Steph.
Good, you must be. Tell us a little bit about this game. You guys had 3 in a row before half with a hold and 2 breaks, and then a hold and a break after half. You had 5 in a row in the middle. Maybe that was the strongest point of the game. Tell us about that moment of the game when you guys really took over. What were you guys doing?
Yeah, that was a clear point on the game. Really, the girls played really well. We played mostly zone, and we thought that we could find the difficult spots for these Czech girls that are incredible athletes. They have incredible throws. We know they want to hack. They don't know what risk is. So sometimes it worked. More times didn't work.
More times.
So we took home the game. I'm really happy for that, for this game.
Nice. You guys obviously did this here in Italy and in Padova on home turf for the opening game. How's it feel doing it in front of the opening ceremony, but getting a bit of a hometown crowd, playing in Italy? How does that feel for a national team in the junior division.
It's absolutely the best thing that could happen for us playing the opening game here in Italy. We are patronized by Connie, the sports center that is working here in Italy, and we are really happy to bring a win, the first win of many, hope, in this week of Ultimate and sun in Padova.
A little bit of sun in Padova. A lot of players had amazing games. Negroni laid out at least 3 times and had a phenomenal game herself. Where does Negroni come from? Talk a little bit about her. What's her club?
She comes from Bologna,
okay,
but not the usual suspect. She comes from Discobolo.
Okay. Well, she had an amazing game. So many of your players did, but we can't talk about them all. One last thing, though. If I'm going to eat one thing here in Padova or while I'm in Italy, what do you recommend that I got to eat, Mr. Galli?
Here in Padova, it's the home of the spritz, but that's to drink, Aperol Spritz.
Okay.
You want to eat something with the spritz, too?
Yeah, but sure. That sounds right.
Sure. Okay, we are in Veneto, so... I don't know really,
okay,
but
pastas,
maybe
pizzas, I can just
yeah,
keep it general Italian maybe.
Yeah, I think spritz is something you drink before going to dinner, so a little aperitivo with some usual suspects aperitivo things, pizza, small pizzas, panini.
Perfect, the usual suspects. Well, since you're here with the junior team, I will go have a drink on your behalf. You get your team ready for the rest of the week, and we'll look forward. We hope we get to see you back on our stream field.
I'm sure you will see us.
Congratulations. I like the confidence. Thank you very much.
Thank
Alessandro
you,
Galli. Grazie mille.
Grazie a te.
Ciao, Steph. Ciao, ciao. So we will wrap up the day's activities. First game in the books. Christina, it was a wonderful first game. The Italians defend their home turf. They get a little bit of revenge from what happened in Limerick for their elder senior team, and they get, most importantly, a win on the board to start their campaign.
Oh, yeah. They look to me as one of the contenders for the 1 or 2 spot to get one less game. And I think the Czechs put on an impressive show as well, just not quite up there with the Italians yet. And with coaches, that experience in different divisions and different age groups, I think you can collect so much knowledge and know how to tackle those early games and the stage that they are on as well. Because I mean, I was at the stadium was filled today with people, and
oh yeah, electric in the first half. Listening to the floor stomping, and there was thunderous coming out of that grandstand.
Yeah, so I think the Italians have the best setup to go far, but anything can happen really this week. We'll see it, and we'll give it to you live.
Yeah, and we will be gone from this grandstand until finals day now, so all of the allure and glory of this wonderful stadium will just be on hold for 6 days now, but we'll be back here. Until then, we're going back to the main field. We'll be there as of tomorrow, 9:15 kickoff. Don't miss a minute. We'll see you then. Thanks for being with us. For Christina Obermeyer, I've been Steph Rapazzo. You're on ULTI.TV. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.
Even if I try so hard, tell me what you do now. Dive deeper, dive deeper, yeah. Dive deeper, dive with me, yeah. I know we could fly if we just try. So come on, baby, dive deeper, dive deeper, yeah. Dive deeper, dive with me, yeah. I know we could fly if we just try, baby, try. Know what I got, know what I want. Boy, don't get me wrong, sure we're having fun, but it don't mean that I'm in love.
tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon, and you know just what to do. Don't you? Boy, just be honest. I know you want it. Put some work into it, cause you know that I'm hard to love. It won't be easy, so don't be lazy. Just give it to me, cause you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm not being mean, I'm just being me. I don't make it easy, but I'm worth a while. All that I ask is for you to please my every need, to put in the time. I'm through trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon, and you know just what to do. Don't you? Boy, just be honest. I know you want it. Put some work into it, cause you know that I'm hard to love. It won't be easy, so don't be lazy. Just give it to me, cause you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm through trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon, and you know just what to do. Don't you? Boy, just be honest. I know you want it. Put some work into it, cause you know that I'm hard to love. It won't be easy, so don't be lazy. Just give it to me, cause you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Want it easy, want it badly, but I can get what I want. Too much pressure, too much pleasure, but not much to rely on. Your love ain't free, it's killing me. I want it to end all, cause I've been trying, I've been waiting for so long. I'm waiting, 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 waiting. Waiting, 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 waiting. It's hard to do and it hurts to say, but if you love something, let it go. Tomorrow comes, it's another day. So if you love something, let it go. If you love something, let it go. If you love something, let it go. It's hard to do and it hurts to say, but if you love something, let it go. Tomorrow comes, it's another day. So if you love something, let it go. No, 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 I don't mind you asking why I let you go. It's just way too much for my heartbeat, so I'm laying low. Yes, I could rethink what I'm thinking if I had control, but I don't, so don't you be asking why I love you so. Your love ain't free, it's killing me. I want it to end all, cause I've so long. I'm waiting, waiting